Yo, I'm looking for an AoE healer build.
Thanks, Golf Ranger.
My grandson
I
plays
pull like 10k
Ranger.
HPS.
Man, shut.
Imagine messing up a one-button spec. Ooh, y'all are gonna be crying when this gets nerfed. Play something else, like my Seed of Life. Though it sucks at single target healing, it's great for group spread. Or you could play my new favorite, Tidecaller. While it may not be what I mainly play, it still pumps extremely hard and does great in Ascended level content, including Ascended Sunwell. Enough of the brain rot. The link to the build is in the description down below. So let's talk stats and gearing. This is me completely unbuffed, only tree form. I prefer spell power over spirit over haste. Unless you're GCD capped, then you can go into crit. Having high bonus healing means your hots tick for a lot more. There is a point of diminishing returns. You'll eventually have so much overhealing that there's not a point in gathering anymore. And that's when spirit and crit become much more valuable. This spec is extremely mana hungry. This is why you go high spirit for the MP5 and for the crit. You might be asking, why go into crit if your rejuvenation and your wild growths aren't gonna crit? It's because your healing rain and your swiftman still can. I use the tier 6 5+3 set. 5 for druid for the set bonus, and 3 for priest for the crit and set bonus. You can get rid of the priest set for mythic 40 pieces like these, but I just prefer the 8% crit over the 236 bonus healing or whatever. There are definitely better pieces out there, but this is what I had, and the twins main hand hasn't dropped yet for me. Let's talk rotation. Before you start your pull, make sure to be spamming your hots. You can pre-regrowth the tank since the duration lasts 27 seconds, or for a higher chance of proccing Moonglow. You want to start the fight with Moonglow active. Make sure to use Rejuvenation and Wild Growth almost on cooldown, and when the fight starts, your priority is Rejuvenation to get your slew stacks for your instant cast healing rain. In this example, I know there's going to be massive incoming raid-wide damage, so I plan my Cloudburst accordingly. If you want to build a massive Cloudburst, pop Spirit of the Forest, your Trinket, and or Natural Alacrity. You can choose to save these for later times of individual panic, or use them now. Your rotation is still Healing Rain priority, then Wild Growth on cooldown, and Rejuvenation spam, but you should almost never overlap Rejuvenation on the same target. Let it tick out. Don't waste your globals and the proc chance from Tidecaller, since when you press Rejuvenation it takes a second or two before it starts ticking. Don't waste the time or the Rejuvenation end tick on that person. In the Tidecaller RE, you can get more healing, up to 10% from the Healing Wave, and combining it with the Growing Earth RE. I'm not going to do this. I don't play this like a single target spec. I play this for raid, and its strong point, massive AoE healing coverage. Its spread and local is fantastic. Going back to the rotation, if you need panic burst healing, that's what I use Swiftman and Downpour for. If you choose to use Downpour at all, it's not on GCD. Make sure to use Riptide right after if you're not desperate and you have the globals for it. It'll reduce the cooldown by 15 seconds and still contribute to proccing your Tidecaller RE. If you're struggling to keep up with healing and raid, and you didn't use Spirit of the Forest to increase your Cloudburst, you can use it now, and you can prioritize Wild Growth with 1 or 2 Rejuvenations in between the casts. The RE reduces the cooldown of Wild Growth and gives you Rejuvenation and instant heal. Don't spam this Rejuvenation for the instant heal. Just prioritize the targets that lack Rejuvenation and aren't full health. Your Trinkets, if you're not using procs only, are great for snapshotting Rejuvenation and hots in general. When you cast a hot with the increased stats, even when your buff falls off, the hots that are still active maintain that increased healing. Make sure to use Efflorescence. It's a fantastic panic cooldown, not only increasing your healing done on the targets, but giving them a heal over time effect without a target cap to everyone around the Efflorescence. Power Infusion and Icy Veins are used for increased tick rate on Rejuvenation, for faster healing and lower GCD. Since I use the talent that increases the Rejuvenation tick rate, it will do Rejuvenation's full healing 3 to 4 seconds faster. In general, Natural Alacrity is very useful. It can be used for instant battle res, instantly flourish or regrowth on the tank, or the 10% heal increase. This rotation is very simple and extremely consistent on healing. Do not try to be a tank healer, this is a raid healer. If you want more single target burst, or for whatever reason your other healer can't keep the tank alive, individual damage is still a problem, or you're doing Mythic Plus, use Everliving in place of Spirit of the Forest, or Mythic Plus, or if you're in raid, replace Downpour. Do not get rid of Tidewaters. The full Felmis video and my Discord are in the description as well as the build. Feel free to DM for any questions. Thanks for the views. Check out my other content if you want. Have a wonderful day. Jesus loves you.